Welcome back to this week's video. And let's start this week with something most people don't want to recognize. Not all books are created equal. Some books are extremely difficult to create. They take months or years to finish, and they still struggle to sell. Others are simple, quick to produce, and sell consistently year after year. The problem is most people choose the wrong type of book to start with, and that mistake costs them time, money, and momentum. So if your goal is to get started in self-publishing, you don't need the most creative idea. You don't need the longest book, and you definitely don't need to write a novel. What you need is the right starting point. And simple children's books happen to be one of the smartest places to begin. Now, when people hear children's books, they often think, that sounds stupid. Illustrations, layouts, writing for kids, it feels too simple. But the reality is the opposite. Children's picture books, especially educational ones, are one of the most straightforward types of books you can create. So let's break it down. Children don't learn the same way adults do. They learn through repetition, visuals, and simplicity. That means the books designed for them follow those same principles. Short sentences, clear ideas, consistent structure. This removes the complexity. Here are examples of children's books that sell every single day. Counting books, ABC books, color recognition books, shape books, simple find the object or puzzle books. Look at what all these have in common. They're not story heavy. They're pattern based. For example, an ABC book doesn't require a storyline. A is for apple, B is for ball, C is for cat. It requires structure, not creative writing. So instead of thinking, I need to write a book, you start thinking, I need to build a simple learning experience. And that shift will change everything because now you're not trying to be creative, you're trying to be clear. Here's why this matters so much for getting started. Simple books take less time to create, less writing, are easier to finish, and much easier to repeat. And finishing your first book is the most important step because once you finish one, the next becomes easier. Now, here's where creating children's books become powerful. These types of books are not one-off efforts. They're series friendly. If you create one counting book, you can create many more. Counting animals, counting trucks, counting fruit, counting ocean creatures, same structure, different topic. You're not starting over each time. You're reusing what already works. Most beginners make the mistake of trying to create something original, something unique, something different, and they get stuck before they ever get started. Meanwhile, simple, familiar concepts continue to sell over and over again because parents are not looking for originality. They're looking for usefulness and utility. Now, if you're someone who's retired, like I am, you have a built-in advantage here. You've seen how kids learn. You've helped teach children and grandchildren how to learn their numbers, colors, letters, and many other basic concepts. You understand their short attention span, and you understand that simplicity works. That's exactly what these books require. You're not learning something new, you're applying what you already know. Now, some people are thinking, what about the illustrations? That used to be a barrier. It's not anymore. Today, there are simple tools and templates that allow you to create clean, effective visuals without needing to be an artist. And remember, these books do not need to be complex. They need to be clear. Here's the strategic truth. Simple children's picture books are one of the easiest ways to enter self-publishing. They remove the biggest obstacles: writing, thinking, complicating. They allow you to start, and starting is what most people never do. Once you have one book, you're no longer guessing. You have a model, you have a template. From there, you can build a small collection, and that's where the income starts to become consistent. Not from one book, but from several books working together. If you take this approach, you're not trying to become a full-time author. You're building a small, manageable publishing system, one that fits into your schedule, one that does not require constant effort, and one that can grow over time. If this makes sense to you, the next step is simple. Follow a structured process that shows you exactly what types of books to create, how to create them step by step, and how to turn one idea into multiple books. That's exactly what I teach inside my training programs. Get started today by downloading my free children's book series starter kit at chasethebutterfly.com. See you next week.